Hello there everyone, welcome to my website or my YouTube channel. This video is all about my Soundpacks available now on my own website, airwave-music.com/shop. You can find sample packs, Logic live templates, Machina templates, and also my infamous Omnisphere sound packs. I wanted to make this video a bit out of the blue and completely improvised, so forgive me for the little quirks here and there in advance, of course. But I really wanted to showcase all of my products in a single page here in Logic, all at the same time. Let's start first with this incredible Logic canvas that you get with every single Logic product. So whether you buy the Playground, Urban Adventures, or any future Logic template on my website, you will get this sort of canvas containing all kinds of software instruments consisting of these vector icons, plus the bitmap icons reserved for the audio tracks. So you can easily import audio tracks on the strings, in the strings area here, or the brass and everything. So if you do a little bit of orchestral music in the context of dance music, pop music and everything, this template is absolutely for you. And everything is routed automatically. So it's very useful. Assuming you have the right workflow that I would like to show you in a future video, you will really enjoy working in this kind of canvas, and I'm sure that many of you will enjoy using it. Now, when it comes to the sound packs, here is an example of what you get from Urban Adventures, which is an incredible sound pack that I put together a few months ago, consisting of samples of field recordings in general. So I went to empty parking lots, metro stations during the lockdown last year, in March of last year, and I did this. Very cinematic. Assuming you are using note repeat here in Logic, here is what you can do, for example, with your modulation wheel and just 3 notes. As you can hear, it's really raw. I'm not pretending to be a competitor of the likes of Heaviosity or stuff like this, or Native Instruments either. I just tried out this little experiment and found it really cool. And we have several levels of round robin for these 3, and of course I also have hats. It's actually pan shots inside the parking lot. It's really cool, really cool. Another cool feature in Urban Adventures, available for Logic, but also for Ableton Live as a template, of the same kind, a bit different, seeing the limitations we have in Ableton Live when it comes to organization and everything else. But so the sound pack is the same, the sound content is the same. So here is, for example, the loops that I put together with all these field recordings, and yeah, better without the note repeat, of course. And as you can see, everything is BPM synced, of course. Sometimes you have different variations. And the cool thing in the Logic template is that you can combine them all in with a single note here. Let's check on my keyboard. see, it's as easy as that, and of course it syncs to BPM, and it's really, really cool to use. I really love the urban vibe of this one, for example. Or this, yeah, much better even. You know what? Let's try to record this one. 2, 3, 4, and cool, isn't it? So that's Urban Adventures, and let's combine that. Assuming we don't set it too loud here in the Logic mixer, let's combine that with a sound from, let's say, a loop menu from the Playground or the Mega Sample Pack. So whether you buy Mega Sample Pack, which is a wave sample thing, or the Playground, including this canvas with all the sounds, you get the same sample content. But of course, in this context, it's a lot more, it's a lot more playable and a lot more direct. Well, right out of the box, you can use it. Let's find a loop that we can, and let's say that here in the sampler, I think we could use these two together. So the first thing I'm going to do here is lower the volume here because it's very loud. And just combine these two. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4, and forgive my poor playing here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. Really like this vibe. Let's try it out with, let's try the sound which is included in Urban Adventures again. Yeah, let's try that. 3, 4, and you can also set the arpeggio rate here with the macro controls, but in the context of a live performance, I wouldn't do that with this patch, obviously. But it works. So let's try again with the rest. And you know what? Because I'm really nasty sometimes, I would like to give a little bit more movement. As you can see here, just the step effects with the gate mix and this little envelope with the rate of a fourth note, so a quarter note, plus it just emulates the sidechain like instantly, and that's my usual user default. So it's really cool to use. Let's see how it sounds now. try an upper octave. You know what? I would like to add some Omnisphere patches in there, here in the synth section. So Omnisphere patches, and you have a lot of them of the collection. All three collections represent over 1,000 patches and multis together. So it's really a cool collection. And what I would like to use in the context of this small live session or something, or call it whatever you want, I would like to try a Pat Syndrome here. Let's try it out. Yeah, it's nice, but probably not exactly the sound I'm after. Maybe let's try this one. Just a single note. Here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do this from the beginning, and all I'm gonna do is use the step input here to enter a note. I'm gonna note force legato this one so it makes one bar exactly. Then I'm gonna stretch this MIDI here, and we have 8 perfect bars for this one. Let's try that. Just a bit short, but this is how a note force legato works anyway in Logic. So it makes the notes long enough, but not too long. And that's a great feature in Logic. So this is chant numérique. Very important to label your stuff in Logic. As you can see, I have a little bit of an OCD for labels in this in this piece of software. Let's just try this note now and see how it sounds. Wow, I just used here the mod wheel and the pitch bend wheel while I was playing. So I'm gonna record these movements if you don't mind. I'm gonna use this 2, 3, 4, and amazing. Let's merge that. Well, there is a note to merge anyway. If I tick this blue thing and check here the region, the pitch bend and modulation information is present, which is exactly what I was looking for. If something is missing, I add it manually, of course. And here I could say I could tell in advance that something would be missing. In here, this is -4. It should be at, yeah, here. Sometimes that's one of the few quirks in Logic, but this is not the end of the world here. No one would hear that, but I like things to be mathematically correct when producing this kind of music. And also worth mentioning, I have these subway flute samples. And they are very cool to use. And they are also present in the volume 2 of my Omnisphere collection, because it contains samples from there, the textures. And Subway Flute is something I recorded like 10 years ago, and I decided to recycle it and put it in Urban Adventures, all versions. That goes without saying. And then we have 2 versions. Very cool samples to use, and I use them all the time. What about we do this? That's another patch I left behind in the canvas of the Urban Adventures Logic version. Well, it's called a Framery, which is actually an ode to one of my favorite artists. He's called Niels Fram, and he's doing something really cool in his biggest track, which is called Says. He's using a Juno 60 to actually, with the ARP on and the hold button pressed, so that he can just press a few chords on the keys and have this this incredible chord progression coming. And he passes through an RE201 chorus echo from Roland's delay units from the 70s or 80s. It was amazing, and I tried to reproduce this kind of vibe with just an ES2 and a bit of overdrive, tape delay, step effects, and fat effects, and of course the ARP. And here is how it sounds. And if you double click, you can see that I added a few macro controls in Logic. So let's try, the this. As you can hear, it sounds amazing with also just as a bass sound. And you can, if you switch this ARP knob off completely, you can use it as some kind of atmospheric bass. So it's really, really, really cool. There is also this main bass, which is ES1, put simply. And why do this in Logic? Because sometimes I have the feeling that everyone is right away turning to other instruments instead of the Logic ones. And I love the stock plugins in Logic, and I wanted to show what they are capable of. ES1 is 20 years old, and still it's never it's never gotten old in my humble opinion. Let's try it. Yeah, works for me. Let's try that. Really like this one. So let's make sure that it's the right thing, the right label everywhere, because these recorded things, that's a setting in Logic that I should actually turn off in my preferences. And you know what? I'm gonna be extremely nasty this time, as I'm going to just cut the low frequency in every part here, and also this one. I don't know. Yeah, there is a lot of low frequency in this one, but as you can see, there is also a way to cut the low end right away here, and let's do that up to 300 Hertz. Okay, now I have just this, so that means so now I need a kick drum, obviously. Well, the coolest thing, you have the kick drums from Urban Adventures, but you also have other kinds of kick drums. And here, for example, you have the kick drums from 20 years, Airwave, which is actually the playground. And you have a kick menu, but you also have complete 4 on the floor kick drums. Sync to BPM. Let's say I want to do that just for the sake of this video. That's the magic of just one note here. It's as simple as that. It's just a loop. Of course, you might think, yeah, but this is lazy. Actually, it's not lazy. If you put these together to buy yourself some more time to be creative with the rest of your samples and sounds, well, it's cool, isn't it? Air, kick, loop, and boom. And now I'm gonna show you something I did with this kind of canvas. Actually, I'm not sure about this loop. I like this one better. I don't know if you can hear this, but let's listen to the kick and bass together. The thing is, I put this canvas together with the idea that you shouldn't set up this sidechain thing between the kick and the bass every single time you open a new project. So I put that on the bus level. So the kick bus sends the message to the bass bus. Here we have a fat effects. The sidechain is the one from the kick here with everything. So the kick bus, the kick group, let's say. And instead of using a single compressor that just ducks the entire sound, in this case, it only ducks the low end. The way I did it, look at this. Every time the kick sends a signal to the bus, every time, thanks to this thing here, which is the envelope follower, attack, well, the shorter the better in this case, and it's gonna raise this one, or it could be that one, and you have also the possibility to do it differently, and I will show you this now. So this is the band pass here, but you also have, you see, the option to say, hey, I want to So in this case, everything below, under the 3600 Hertz, approximately, is just being docked, but everything else remains intact. So you don't need to buy a shaper box and the likes. That's a tip, that's a free tip. But I will make sure to make a complete video about these little tricks in the future, in the very near future, I promise. So let's go back to this arrangement here that we have put together so far. You see the structure of these little things. You have here my Omnisphere patch, which is just a pad but very inspiring, plus the Street Poles at Winter, which is an exclusive patch to the Logic version of Urban Adventures. And everything goes in the mix buses, and that's the biggest secret. And you see that there are a few things here that you can do. You have a lot of stuff happening here in the background, and I will show you this thing because it's very cool. Let's automate the electronic drums bus with just the verb shift. And let's do something with the kick bus. I don't know what we have here. Yeah, we can actually... Yeah, we have a pole trick here, and we have this DJM filter thing that I like using, which is just something, you know, low and high, low pass, high pass. So I can do, of course, a lot more with the buses here. You know what? Let's use that or Aramix combo, just for. So it's something that's present in all the version of. Why is it not working here? It's sometimes it just doesn't want you to use it. Ah, there it is. Little rascal. Come on. What the hell? That's a logic bug, my friends. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes happens. But let's use this or climber effects. That's even better. Let's use the climber effects. Yeah, this one works at least. So let's isolate the electronic drums bus. So you heard a combination of the climber effects and the verb shifting. Sorry about that. That's as simple as that. And here you have a presentation of pretty much everything I've done in the past 6 years as a sound designer, except for the core synthesizers. I have yet to make a video for you with the wave state patches that I made. The performances, I mean. So a lot of products, all on sale for now, all at $4.99 until August 31st of 2021, available exclusively on airwave-music.com/shop, which is my own store, together with the CD, vinyl, and merchandise related to my music career. I hope you liked this video, and as much as I did. Actually, really fun to make music for you guys, and please let me know in the comment section below if you like this video and whatever you want me to do in the future one, because of course I would like to keep demonstrating those products separately but also all together in future videos. Once again, thanks a lot for watching and see you in a future video.